What up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Specialist. So this week's episode was good, man. It was a really good episode in my opinion. Obviously it didn't surpass the last two episodes because the last two episodes were ones of the best episode of the series, you know, but some twists and turns happened in this week's episode that was great. So let's get right to it, man. So at the beginning of the episode, we return to the battle between Lady Leona and Rhea, and obviously the last time we saw them, Lady Leona was just destroying Rhea pretty easily, even though he's a member of the Third Eye. But before Lady Leona was going to kill him, he was going to self-destruct. Obviously we saw that with Veto, we saw that with Fana. They all tried to destroy themselves, to self-destroy themselves. So Asta already knew that that was coming, so he came to the rescue basically and kind of stabbed with his anti-magic sword Rhea. Right after that, Asta didn't want Lady Leona to kill Rhea because that would only cause the cycle of hatred to start again, and we already know that the reason why the Eye of the Midnight Sun is doing all of that is because they have hatred for the humans, and the reason why they're fighting each other is because they hate each other, you know. So that wouldn't resolve everything. So that's what you know, Asta was saying, and while he was saying that, it reminded a little bit Rhea of someone that he knew before, and I'm not really sure who that is. He looks like he was a human, or maybe he was Lich and his wife, child or kid, I don't know, but he said that Asta reminded him a lot of that guy. I may have an idea of who this is, but I'm gonna talk about it later in the video at the end of the review, because there's some things in the next episode preview that we saw. But anyway, at the end of last week's episode, we saw Yami arrive at the scene where Julius Novachrono, the Wizard King, lost to Lich. You know, he was stabbed by Lich, by his light magic, which was pretty interesting, and I was surprised that that happened. I really didn't know that that would happen, but yeah, Yami arrived at the scene and he tried to stop Lich from getting away by using his dark magic dimension slash, and I thought that it would work because it's a dimension slash, but I guess Lich was too fast with his light magic and then with his subordinate teleportation magic, I guess, so it didn't work. But I thought it would work, man. I would have liked to see a Yami versus Lich fight. Maybe we're gonna see that in the future, but man, I really thought that that would happen, man. So Julius was dying during the episode, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I think he actually died because we saw his tattoo on his forehead disappeared. But I really want him to live, man, because I really didn't expect all of that to happen. I didn't expect Julius to die this early in the Black Clover story, you know. Maybe it's early, maybe it isn't, but it's almost been 100 episodes, so maybe it's not that early for y'all. But I really didn't expect all of that to happen, man. I don't know who the next Wizard King will be. Maybe it's gonna be Lady Leona. She's gonna be the Wizard Queen or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see, man. We'll see after the arc who will be Julius' successor. Sorry. For the non-manga readers, let me know if you think he's gonna survive or if you think he's really dead. Like I said, I was surprised of all of this. I think he died, but man, the Clover Kingdom needs a new successor, man. I don't know who it will be. I don't think it will be Yami. I don't think obviously it will be William. I think it's gonna be Lady Leona because one, she's a noble and she's probably the strongest of the Magic Knights right now, you know, so we'll see. So we saw this body once again in this week's episode, and like I've said before, I think that this is Lich's real body, his elf body, so it's going to be interesting to see how strong he will be in this body, in his real body, because during the episode we saw how Mimosa was reacting to the magic that was emanating from this body, and she said that it was overwhelming, you know, so we'll have to see what's gonna happen with that. And then we saw an anti-magic sword. I think that's a different sword than what Asta has, so this will be interesting. It seems like Lich is able to use an anti-magic sword even though he has magic. So I can't wait to see how he will fight and how strong he is in his real body. This is one of my favorite shots of the episode, just seeing Lich accomplish his goal. You know, he has all the magic stones and he was gonna put the last magic stone onto the wall, and just seeing him like that, it was one of my favorite shots of the episode, man. And he was just talking about everything that he's gonna do, you know, after and everything, and I knew that he didn't care about his subordinate because, you know, they're selfish, or first, and second, they're humans, you know, so he doesn't care about them. He only needed them to accomplish his goals. So I guess they're gonna die in next week's episode, I don't know, but they don't matter to me anymore. I don't think they're gonna matter anymore. I don't think that they're gonna do anything else. I think that they're gonna die, or I think that they're just gonna leave, you know, I don't know, but it seems like they're not gonna matter anymore, so we'll have to see about that. But man, the biggest twist in this week's episode was when Lich finally put the final magic stone into the wall, and we saw him waking up in his real body, in his elf body. We saw Rhea, one of the third eye, finally transform into his real self. I guess he was an elf too. And then we saw Yuno, man, he was an elf. He transformed into an elf. He had a different aura around him. It's crazy. I don't know what the hell happened, but it seems like maybe Yuno is from elf descendants or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's crazy, man. We saw Lich waking up in his real body. We saw Rhea transforming into his real self. So maybe this thing that happened in this week's episode transformed everyone that is supposed to be an elf into an elf. Maybe Goshe is also gonna become an elf. I don't know, but it's crazy, man. I didn't expect that to happen. Like I said, I think maybe Yuno is from elf descendants or something like that, but it's crazy, man. I really didn't expect that to happen. The thing is, there's so much things that we don't know right now about the elf. We know that Rhea is an elf. We know that I think Veto was an elf, but Fana wasn't an elf, man. She was the only member of the third eye, I think, that wasn't an elf. Obviously, we saw her backstory with Mars and everything, so she wasn't an elf. So she was the only member of the third eye that wasn't an elf. So that's kind of interesting. And in this week's episode, we saw Yuno transform into an elf. So that was really interesting, man. But it seems like in next week's episode, there's a lot of things that is gonna be revealed from the elves perspective, so I can't wait for this episode. And like I said previously in the video, Rhea talked about Asta and said that it reminded him of someone in his past. And in this shot right there of the preview, we can see multiple elves. We can see Lich's wife, which is a human, and then beside her there seems to be maybe a wizard king at that time. I don't know, but this is interesting, man. It seems like maybe Lich's wife was the sister of the wizard king at that time. Maybe, I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting, man, because I think maybe the wizard king killed the elves. I don't know why, but I think maybe this is who Rhea was talking about when he was saying that, you know, Asta reminded him of someone in his past. I'm not really sure, but it's gonna be interesting, man. I can't wait to see what the hell happened to the elves and the humans, you know, because there's so much things that we don't know right now. We've known about the elves since I think the Water Temple arc, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not a lot that we know about the elves, you know. We know that they were massacred by, I think, the humans, but that's the only things that we really know. We know that Lich has had a wife that was human. We know maybe that they had a relationship with the Wizard King at that time, but that's the only things that we know so far, you know. So next week's episode will be enlightening, and I can't wait for it. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I think next week's episode will be really good. There will be a lot of flashback, there will be a lot of things that will be revealed, so I can't wait. But I do Black Clover reviews every Tuesday, so subscribe for that. And I also do other anime related things like Fire Force and Dr. Stone reviews on Fridays, One Piece and Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer reviews on Saturdays, and like I said, Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, so stay tuned for that. Right now the One Piece anime is in a kind of filler arc for the One Piece Stampede movie that is coming out, I think August 8th for most of the world. I don't know for the North American release so far, but hopefully it will have a release. The kind of filler arc for the One Piece anime ends next week, and then we are coming back to the Wano arc, so hopefully it will be sooner than later, because the Wano arc was really good so far. The art and animation was excellent, and the story, I liked it a lot, you know, so hopefully we get back to the Wano arc really soon. But yeah, man, I think I've said everything that I needed to say in this week's review. It was a really good episode, and next week's episode looks like it's gonna be even better, so I can't wait for that. Follow me at Anime Specialist on Instagram and Twitter. I tweet a lot more right now, so follow me on there. But yeah, man, thank you for watching. 54 subscribers right now. Thank y'all for the subscribes, the likes, the comments. I really like to talk with you guys about anime, so keep it going. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, man. Anime Specialist out. Peace.